Welcome to the WTH News Network. And oh, we have some doozies for you. I'm going to have to move that window next time. That's a bad spot. Um, well, Marta and I both troll Marjorie Taylor Greene's Facebook page. First saw this on Facebook, but it's also on Twitter, of course. We wait for the F-15 to go by. It's always good timing. Um, where she plays this clip of Biden meeting with the other world leaders.
What?
Go ahead.
The Prime Minister of India met with Biden about like 4 or 5 days ago, and they had I don't know what you would call it, a meeting or a conference
about technology
or something. Yeah, and it was recorded. All the outlets obviously covered it. Reuters, AP, Forbes, like everybody. Not that Forbes is big news source, but they all covered it. Nobody seemed to have a problem with it except for Marjorie Taylor Greene, who somehow knows all this information that nobody else knows or covers, and she just wants to tell her maniacs this for her own reasons.
It's the QAnon mindset. It's like, we know, nobody else knows. We're the ones that know. We're going to be the ones to tell you.
She's basically saying that Biden has admitted to selling state secrets, but nobody else on the planet knows anything about this except for MTG.
Yeah. Well, we will load the clip. Well, I believe it's this one, yes. Very short clip. And where the hell did it even go? Here we go.
I started off without you, and I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared. I was just thanking. Anyway, I started off without you.
Yeah, I'm just going to play it again.
And I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared.
So Biden says there, I sold a lot of state secrets. Nobody picks up on this at all. Marjorie did. It's totally taken out of context. She edits it. There's a long article about it on Newsweek. You guys want to check for yourselves. And I know it sounds like a Trump thing, but he was kidding. Like, what they didn't play was like later on he said, well, now let's get into serious things, or whatever he said.
And they all seriousness.
Laughed. Yeah. And that was it. And she just pounced on that and is sticking with it and saying that's proof that he sold state secrets. Like anybody would be stupid enough to say that on TV, even if it were true.
He's got a sense of humor, which Republicans don't seem
and
to
if you look at the rest of the meeting, it was like that the entire time. Like when he introduced the Prime Minister, I forgot his name now, but the Prime Minister of India, he introduced him and he said, so now you can say good things about me. Like,
and they did.
That's just how he is. And that was the entire tenor of this meeting was like that. This was like a tiny blip in the entire thing. Like I said, totally taken out of context. And that's what she decided to run with.
And on her page, she goes on and on about Biden's cognitive decline and, the 25th Amendment and all this crap. I keep reminding people, the man has a disability. He overcame a stutter. That's nearly impossible to do. So there's always something still there. But they come from a president that makes fun of people's disabilities. And that's now okay in the world that they live in. Not okay in the world we live in still. But that's part of our whole problem. Should we see the next one?
Well, I was going to say, and I still see people arguing, on social media, on her page, people are going back and forth. There's people on, our side and people on their side. And this one person is like, Biden said it himself, honey. And, posted, this. And like, that's all they have. That's all they have. And yesterday I heard somebody talking about the other incriminating evidence that they have on Biden, which nobody's produced. How many weeks has
we have tapes?
Yeah, somebody in all caps was like, We have tapes, and then we have video. Only the V was in all caps in video for some reason.
Because they're smart that way.
Yeah, but they're just rolling with it. This non-existent, incriminating evidence, and they're so proud of they're so proud of themselves for informing us that he's admitted it.
Yes,
it's just comical.
Well, speaking of comical, this next one. Marjorie Taylor Greene suggests she's being spied on. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia Republican, suggested Sunday that she may be getting spied on through her television after it turned on by itself. Last night, my D.C. residence television turned on by itself, and the screen showed someone's laptop trying to connect to the TV. She continued, just for the record, I'm very happy. I'm also healthy, eat well, exercise, and I don't smoke, don't take medications, not vaccinated. Yeah, we know that part. So I'm not concerned about blood clots, heart conditions, strokes, or anything else.
Yeah, because nobody had heart conditions or strokes before the vaccine.
Before the vaccine, we never had those things. It did not exist. Nor have I done anything to hide. I love my country, and people know how much they're being screwed over by the corrupt people in our government. And I'm not willing to be quiet about it, willing to go along with it. And later, and I'm not going to read the whole article, she calls herself the most badass politician. And I didn't see it in this article, but the first one that Marta showed me, she blamed it on Obama. Obama's spying on her.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's so far-fetched that I forgot about it. I forgot that you even said that.
I know.
She blamed it on Obama. I forgot. What was her explanation?
2016 called March. They want their talking point back.
What was her explanation for Obama?
Like you said, can't wrap my head around it. I can't even wrap my head around the explanation. It's the crazy train driven off the edge of the flat earth. And I guess we got, speaking of Obama, you want to play that one?
Sure.
The MTG thing is just too ridiculous. That we lived in Hollywood before we moved to New Orleans, Hollywood proper, Tinseltown, and a high rise overlooking the city. The TV off and changed channels, turned on. There's many remotes out in the world that could just floating around that can affect your TV. They don't have, a pin number in them. If you have a similar to, if somebody over there has got a Samsung, I got a Samsung, the remotes are compatible, shit happens. And I don't know how you see somebody's laptop trying to connect to your TV.
And we've never blamed Obama.
Never blamed Obama.
Never blamed
Obama. Trump.
No, yeah, that's a good point.
Trump.
We've never blamed
and he was weaponizing the DOJ at the time, and I'm a confirmed enemy of the state. So I totally expected Trump to be spying on me through my smart TV. Maybe our TV wasn't smart enough. I don't fucking know. But speaking of Obama, this one comes from Faux News.
Oh, Jesse Waters.
Mm-hmm. Tucker Carlson's replacement, right?
Yep.
What do you think, Jesse?
He was always on the 5.
You always think about the world instead of the United States. Remember, this is a guy whose father has roots in Africa. This is a guy who spent a lot of his childhood in Southeast Asia. Is that right? I think it's right. And then
he ate a dog, Jesse.
I didn't bring that up, but I'm glad you did. And then spent a lot of time in Hawaii. Was that the last state to get a star in the flag? Not so sure about that, but he's never really looking at things from an American perspective. He's always speaking to the world. Even when he's speaking to us, he's appealing to the world. So let me just tell you, this is not the BBC. CNN, Fox covered the story the same way. And here's why, from a raw news editorial standpoint. The Greek migrants that drowned, there was no Titanic angle. Number one, huge angle. Number two, we had guests that knew people that were submerged. Number three, there was suspense because we had the countdown to the air shutting down. And this was off our coast. This is not Greece. This is the United States of America. If there had been a Cuban boat that had capsized and there was Cubans who were drowning off the coast of Miami, that would have been wall-to-wall coverage.
Bullshit, I call bullshit. You wouldn't have covered that because you don't like them either. It's confirmed and it's been confirmed for quite a while. The modern Republican Party is the party of assholes. The bigger asshole you can be, the more callous, the more fucked up. I'm sorry, I tried to keep it PG for 2 episodes. It's not going to happen. All the way back to Trump making fun of a disabled person. You know, that's one of the key moments where this comes from.
And normally, if this had happened even 10 years ago, whoever did that would have been washed up.
Absolutely.
We wouldn't have gone any further.
Absolutely. The crazy train has been driven off the edge
what's his
of
name?
the flat Earth.
I forgot his name. Remember, he did that scream in Iowa?
Yeah.
He was a Republican.
Yeah, his mic was too hot or something.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
Sorry, I forgot his name.
Lost you
but
the
that
election.
guy was washed up. Like after that happened, he was done.
Yeah.
So we had so many incidents. So first he had like the mocking of the disabled reporter. I'm gonna skip around some stuff, but the Hollywood Access tapes, that should have finished him if the disabled mocking didn't. There's just been so much stuff that normally would have ended anybody's political aspirations.
Yeah.
And it talks about that. It's a sign of what the American society is all about these days.
He made it okay for the bigots and the assholes to be assholes.
He made it okay to say the quiet part out loud.
These are the bullies that we've been teaching our kids about for generations. I don't know, maybe they don't teach their kids that, but I always recall back during shortly after somebody won the right to not make a cake for a gay couple. There was a guy, a parent that went to one of these school board meetings and made some threatening stuff. He said it would be a violation of his freedom of religion to stop his son from bullying a gay person.
I read that somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know where that argument went, but the fact that somebody floated that
argument
read it too. In an official capacity showed us where we were then.
He has a religious right to bully people.
Yeah, I have a problem with that particular religion and the way that they used their rights, because they used it to burn people like me at the stake once upon a time. But that's another story.
I saw somebody on social media today, Fred, who was cheering these 2 men getting publicly hanged somewhere. I don't remember the exact. It was a Muslim country. I don't remember if it was in Iran or what it was, but they're getting publicly hanged, and he was cheering it on because now they're not going to go after our children.
That's what Jesus would do.
Yeah.
Jesus would cheer that stuff on.
No.
I have nothing else to say.
No.
You? Like my shirt. Thanks for joining us at the WTH News Network. Please remember to like, subscribe, bell. We'll see you next time.